Hey everyone, how's it going, and welcome back to Robot Boy. And in this video we're going to be taking a look at something that I really hoped would come in the next update, and something that would be even more fitting to add into the game now, seeing as third person is an option, and that is ship customization. This did not come in the next update, so I want to discuss this topic in this video. Now, I do need to preface this video before everyone goes on a rant in the comments. Yes, this video is not talking about bugs or issues, big surprise. I know there are lots of bugs and issues in the game, and if you have noticed any, the most immediate thing you need to do before telling me in the comments is to go to the help center on nomansky.com and let Hello Games know these issues, not me, as they are the ones who genuinely need to know this information. So before we start, just so we're on the same page about this video is not about technical issues in the game right now, which I know need to be fixed immediately, but that doesn't mean that we can't discuss more interesting design elements that could be implemented in the future, which is what I'm doing in this video. Okay, we all clear? Not about bugs or issues, about something I think would be cool to add into the game. Cool? Right. Let's go. Ship customization, a feature discussed in great detail long before Next was released, or even announced. A lot of players would like to see it in the game, myself included, but how exactly could it be implemented into No Man's Sky, and what options could it offer? Well, let's take a look at some ideas right now. Firstly, the main issue with ship customization as a concept in No Man's Sky is that from a statistical perspective, it kind of nullifies the purpose of obtaining starships in the current manner. At the moment, getting a good starship is a simple manner of luck. You have to be in the right place at the right time with the right amount of units in order to get the starship that you really want. Whether that be for the class, the type, the colors, the shape, the slots, or the tech, all of these, or just one thing in particular, all of this is a big game of hide and seek, which a lot of players argue is what makes it so special in the first place. There is no pay to win, per se, aspect with regards to starships. You can't stick with a rubbish ship and max it out to be OP, or alternatively take an already OP ship and max it out even more to a certain extent. The class, the max number of slots, and the style all remain the same no matter what you do internally by adding new technology. Yes, you can build better shields, better weapons, better hyperdrives, etc., but the core of the ship remains the same, which means that even if you have a ship with the best upgrades you can put on it, it is still limited by various factors, including most notably the visual aesthetics. I'm not personally particularly interested in upgrading my ship's core class or anything like that. If I got a C class, I'm happy with it to stay a C class. I'm happy to go and search for a better class ship. Keeping that as a static mechanic would still keep the gameplay loop of actively searching for better core starships to upgrade, which I think is good. The limitations for me come from a purely aesthetic perspective. Sometimes I found a ship with awesome stats, but it just looks horrible, or at the very least not in line with my personal taste. With Next, Hello Games added not only exosuits, but the ability to freely customize said exosuits. What I hope Hello Games add down the line at some point is a version of this customization system that works with starships. It'd be cool if, in a space station, you could go to a new terminal that would allow you to view your ship and modify various elements of the visuals, or how, it doesn't matter however this option is accessible, whatever, it doesn't matter, but what does matter is that you can actually customize what it looks like. We know the starships are procedurally generated versions of base components that are fitted together by the game engine in modular fashion with a color palette accompanying it. If we, the players, could access at a base level even just the color palette to change, for me that would be a great start. The color of a ship can drastically change its appearance and overall feel, so having the option to change this would really be great, and hopefully be a relatively easy system to add into the game. Sometimes I've had a really cool ship, but it just looks like a toy because it's luminous green, red and yellow all mixed together. It looks a bit just odd and strange and not really cool. It would also allow us to further make our characters feel like our own, and if we're playing with friends, could allow us to coordinate our ships to be the same color or something like that. An extension of the customization is of course to have access to the modular parts that form the structure of the starship, allowing us to swap in and out wings, noses, jet thrusters and various other pieces. Of course, that's a much harder mechanic to implement, and I reckon it'd be a while before we saw that added. The opposing argument here is, of course, that this would remove the purpose of finding a ship that looked a certain physical way, and some people enjoy that. It's just looking for something, finding it and getting what you're given. I would disagree, as in this way you would still be limited to the class of your ship, be it a hauler, a fighter for example. So you couldn't just create any ship in this way. You couldn't just make a scientific ship out of a hauler ship. If you got a hauler, you could only add hauler part. Additionally, I think unlike the exosuit customization, that Starship customization should cost units, which would of course mean that finding a ship that looks almost like your dream ship would therefore cost less to customize than something that looked completely unlike what you were after. That therefore makes looking for a base ship more rewarding, as you have to do less to it, and it costs more to take something that looks far away from what you want to turn it into what you do want in the end. It could also increase the price of your ship the more you upgrade it, meaning that when you did sell it, you'd get back what you invested, making your own ship even more of a commodity and a rarity and something interesting and personal. To conclude, I think that at a base level, color customization is a must-have in No Man's Sky at some point down the line for starships, with modular and physical customization as a pipe dream that I only hope we could see as well, but I wouldn't be too disappointed if that never made it into the game. Color customization though, I really do hope Hello Games can get that sorted soon. So that's it everyone, please do leave your other thoughts and ideas in the comments below. Do you want to see ship customization added in No Man's Sky? To what degree would you like it to be? And if they were to add it, how far down the line do you think it would be until we saw it in the game? Please let me know. As always, please give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and do subscribe to join me on this journey if you haven't done so already. And with that, I'll see you all in the next video.